Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Your Style. I am Jennifer Schultz, your host, and I'm super excited to be with this beautiful woman. You're going to hear more about her, but because we are all about elevating your style, showing up powerfully, and really about inspiring change. And my top influencer that I have on today's show is truly that. She is inspiring change. She is making a huge difference. So I'm going to read her bio. And I got these new glasses, Darnell. What do you think? I think they're kind of cute.
Oh, I like them.
They're kind of funky. Okay, so our guest and top influencer, her name is Darnell Cox. She is a leading anti-aging expert and blogger. Her mission, because her company name is Live Young Lifestyle. So her mission is to attack the aging process from every angle: mind, body, and spirit. A lifelong self-proclaimed guinea pig of the beauty industry, Darnell used the money she earned from a high school summer job to buy her very first jar of wrinkle cream. I love that. At the age of 17, I love that. And she's never, ever looked back. Now at the age of 50, which she looks frigging amazing, with 3 young adult children, Darnell has reclaimed her passion, aging well. Her must-read blogs focus on 4 key areas: look young, eat young, move young, and be young. I love all of that. Together, they feature anti-aging skincare regimens, age-appropriate exercise routines, and healthy recipes. Darnell's YouTube channel, which you have to check out, it's again, Live Young Lifestyle, has been gaining huge traction due to its anti-aging content, production, quality, and consistency of publication. That makes a big difference. Here, Darnell interviews top doctors, plastic surgeons, estheticians, nutritionists, and dermatologists, often going through the procedures herself, which I've seen her do, in order to bring the viewers a firsthand experience of the latest anti-aging treatments. Darnell has recently expanded her Live Young product line to include her own line of vitamin supplements, Live Young Anti-Aging. Complete Balance multivitamins. I'm so excited about and can't wait to hear more about. They're both for men and women. So both now are available online through Amazon or also through her website. So we welcome you, Darnell. Woo! Live Young. So please tell us more about you. We want to know all about you.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm 50. So I just recently turned 50. That was a giant milestone. I've got 3 grown kids. My last one is a senior in high school. So she will be leaving the nest this year. But I was one of those people that I came out of the womb like looking for chapstick and trying to cure baby cankles. It's just something I've always done. It's always been a part of me. But throughout school, I majored in psychology, so I have a master's in psychology. I was a full-time mother, though, so I never really put that to use other than trying to raise decent kids.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, when I was going through the whole child rearing thing when they were smaller, my friends and family would all ask for help for different things. They were going through relationships. You know, our outsides at that point looked fantastic, and but our insides were a mess. And then there was a shift that happens. We get our shit together on the inside. And we're like, I know who I am. I'm either going to reinvent myself like I did. You either stay in the marriage or you find a new one, or, you know, there comes a shift. And at that time, our insides we're like, okay, I got this. And our outsides are like melting and like shriveling away, like as we speak. So there's never really a part where you're great, you feel your best on the inside and you look your best on the outside. And so the people that were asking me these questions, the questions changed. It wasn't so much about careers and it wasn't so much about raising kids. The questions were like, what are you doing to like lose weight after you've had 3 kids? What are you putting on your skin? How do I make this healthy? Is this really what is a healthy thing to eat? So I started writing stuff down. So my nail lady would say, what are you doing to your skin? And so I'd say, give me a piece of paper. And I'd write down like exactly what I was doing. Well, after doing that a lot, I started just keeping track of it, because I just like, okay, hold on, let me go and I'll email it to you. And I
Yeah.
would just email people. And so I was sharing all this information that I had. And I just decided I'm going to start a blog. So I started Live Young Lifestyle. Actually 2 years ago. It's not that old of a company, but like I hit the ground running, man. Like I'm so excited about what I do. It's really, I always tell my kids, find something you love to do and do it really well.
Yes.
This is something that's like in my DNA, and it's in my DNA, I think, also to help people. So I do one-on-one consulting. I have the YouTube channel, Live Young Lifestyle. I have the website and blog. So I have written for a couple different magazines for Live Young Lifestyle, with Live Young Lifestyle. And I just started the vitamin line, but I just recently started like one-on-one consulting, and I have found that I am so overwhelmed with how that makes me feel. So one of my clients that I'm working with closely in Texas has lost 42 pounds since last November.
Great, congratulations.
Yeah, so and transformed her skin. She looks so much younger and so much better than she did last year. So that kind of thing like really excites me. I love that.
I love that. I love what you just said. You just said to watch someone transform, not only feeling better on the inside, but also their skin looking better. So if we, and I'm going to ask you this question, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you the question. As long as we're taking care of ourselves, following what you're telling us to do, literally like by eating healthy, taking good vitamins, we actually can change our skin and it can look better.
Yes, because there are things that you do, like we stopped making collagen at the age of 25.
Right.
It sucks, but that's the reality. And we stop, building muscle mass. That's really difficult to do after the age of 35. So what I do is I trick the skin, I trick the body, I trick the metabolism into acting like it did when it was 25. So if somebody doesn't take care of their skin, or they're doing the wrong thing, and it's amazing how suckered in we get from advertising. But if you're moisturizing your skin, you're putting face oils on, or you're moisturizing your skin, you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing to make your skin behave like it did when it was 25. So most of the anti-aging products out there that really work, and as far as lasers and all of that stuff as well, it works you want to dry your skin out. So Retin-A was actually, which is one of the only things that it's proven to reduce wrinkles, it was made for pimple-faced teenagers. And then they found out when they used it on some hormonal women, a lot of women start breaking out when their hormones change. And they found that it reduced wrinkles. So now it's like retinoids are like all over the place. But so it's having that concept and knowing the information. And if you follow that, your skin can look better in 5 years than it does right now. So it's all about tricking your skin, stimulating that collagen, doing things, creating micro trauma in your skin to make it behave like it did when it was younger.
I think that's really exciting for all our viewers to watch. And I know even for me this past year, I've been dealing with these health issues, and I was so concerned about my skin. But I learned what you've talked about, and that was I stopped using all the moisturizers, and I started using more all natural product that I'm putting on. And during my treatment, I was getting ozone IV.
And that's good. Yeah.
Doing all these supplements, and people started saying, "What are you doing to your skin? It looks really good." And I'm thinking, I'm so sick right now. I'm surprised that my skin looks good. But I think it was because of all of the changes that I was, like you said, tricking my skin basically.
Yeah. That's great. And our skin is our largest organ. So you can, if you're eating a diet that causes inflammation, it will show up in your skin. If you're eating a lot of dairy, which is the most undiagnosed allergy in the world, and most people don't know that they're allergic to it, it will show up in your skin. And once you get rid of that inflammation and you start taking care of your body inside, it shows on the outside. And vice versa. If you're taking care of your skin and people are giving you that compliment, like, "Oh my gosh, your skin looks great. What are you doing?" Or, what are you doing with your weight or whatever, it does make you feel better on the inside psychologically.
Yes.
And that changes what you do with that day. So like anybody who's ever had like a good, you know, if you have a good hair day or you slide into those skinny jeans just a little bit, you know, easier, you're not going to go find yourself face down in a bag of Doritos. You're like out there in the world, you're making lunch plans, you're hoping to run into every ex-boyfriend you ever had, because that's what happens. When we take care of ourselves from the outside, it does translate into making us feel better on the inside. When we take care of our health on the inside, we just look better.
Yeah,
so
all the dopamine and the serotonin going on and all that stuff happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to know about your new supplements. So tell us more about these. Yeah.
I'm very excited. You know, part of what I do is I interview the top doctors around the world. I interview the top dermatologists, nutritionists, dietitians, estheticians. Part of my YouTube channel is cutting through the BS of what works and what doesn't work. Yeah. And so I'm constantly researching. And when I researched about supplements, I was one of those people that walked around with a giant Ziploc bag. Yeah. And anytime I would travel, I'd have and I knew what every pill was. Lisa Rinna did the same thing on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She had a big giant bag of vitamins, and that was me. And I got tired of it. And then once I learned that the FDA doesn't regulate any of them, yeah, that most of them our body cannot absorb. So we're really paying for very expensive urine. And not only that, but what the claim is on the label, they don't have to even put anything in there like that. So for example, you can have a biotin pill that's 1,000 milligrams and it's this big. And you can have a biotin pill that's 1,500 milligrams and it's this big.
Right.
How is that possible? Yeah. So basically there's a lot of fillers, there's a lot of toxins, there's a lot of things in supplements where people think they're doing something healthy and they're not. They're doing the exact opposite. It's bad for your kidneys, it's bad for your liver, it's bad. So I started working with a company that only does bioavailable, highest quality supplements. They're in Florida. And so we worked together to come up with something, a little packet, and I'll show you. It looks like this. It's a little packet that, how much easier is this than like a Ziploc bag? So when I travel, if I'm going for 7 days, I'll put 7 of these little packets in. But they're all bioavailable. They're all really top ingredients. And this company, and on my bottle, the new bottles that are coming out, there'll be a scanner, a code, where if you scan it with your phone, you'll get a finished goods assay. If you were to call a vitamin company and say, tell me what's in this bottle, nobody will give you that, because most of the time it's crap that's in that bottle. Yeah. So this company, though, they'll tell you exactly what's in the bottle. So this is the actual big tub. Okay. There are 60 of these in there. Oh. So you have it's a 2-month supply, and in every little packet there's a bioavailable multivitamin, a really strong antioxidant, which everybody needs. There's a biotin, there's a fish oil, and it's all in this little tiny packet. So unless you have health problems, yeah, like you're anemic and you need extra iron, or you're going through a high stress thing and you're like losing all your hair, which happens when people go through high stress situations, you can add to this, but this has everything that a reasonably healthy person needs, and your body's able to absorb it. So if you I have to get out my readers to read the ingredients in here, but when you look at this, they're not the normal 500%, because what is ever a solid number like that? If you look at your bottle of vitamins and it has like 100% of anything, that's bullshit, because how do you get a formula that's exactly that? So mine are like 147%, 59.3%. What is on this packaging is exactly what your body will absorb. And so that was very exciting to me, because I think in this industry, the anti-aging industry is like billions of dollars, but even in the supplement industry, people think they're doing something healthy, and they're not. And so that is exciting to me, that I can bring a product that I think is going to help people. And you will, if you take it for like a couple weeks, you will notice a difference in your skin. And when you notice a difference in your skin, you know that you're in your organs, everything else, because the skin will show how healthy you are. It does make a difference. So it is a product I really believe in.
Well, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that you put them in the little packages because I too am a Ziploc girl.
And
So,
people also wonder, like, what am I supposed to be taking?
yes.
That's what you're supposed to be taking. It has everything that you possibly need. So it's kind of a no-brainer, you know.
Right.
Don't get suckered into like somebody saying, oh, this is the hottest new thing. You know,
Exactly.
the hottest new thing oftentimes makes us sick, and we find out years later, and it gets pulled off the shelf. So just this is what our body is supposed to have. And so I like that because people don't have to think about it. And I know that it's a healthy product.
Yeah, no, I think that's really a great product. It sounds like an amazing product. I need to look into that. And like I said, I have had health issues. So there are certain things I do have to take. So my thought is, okay, I want to see about adding this into my already daily supplements that I am taking based on
Yeah.
health issues.
Right.
Perfect. Those of you watching who are healthy, you need to get these and start taking these because Darnell, she's drop dead gorgeous. So you too look like her when you take her vitamins.
That's very sweet.
So what advice would you give to a woman or a man who's watching right now who has been maybe stuck in a rut and they're ready for change to get healthy, or they know they need to get healthy? What advice?
Yeah, I think that I think the mistake that a lot of people make is they're very enthusiastic in the moment, and they make these big promises to themselves, and they set themselves up for failure. So I always tell somebody who really wants to make a change in their life to start small. So like, let's say, for example, somebody wants to lose 10 pounds. Start by adding foods to your diet. Don't all of a sudden say, I'm never going to eat carbs, or I'm not going to eat any sugar, because you're already, if you're thinking about, I'm not going to eat sugar, I'm not going to eat sugar, you're thinking about sugar. You're bound to fail. So I always say add foods that help your metabolism, that decrease your hunger. Start by adding, and you'll find that it will replace the foods that you would normally eat. So even if somebody just decided to have an apple every day, a piece of live fruit, and they're not a fruit person, and normally, you know, in front of the TV at night, they grab popcorn or chips or something, don't change your entire diet. Just change that one thing. If you want to eat the chips, fine, eat the apple first. Because once you eat that apple, you're going to find out your taste buds have changed. You now have fiber in your stomach to bulk it up. You're going to eat less chips. And in addition, because carbs and sugars don't really have a lot of fiber to them, if you add fiber to your diet, even while you're eating the bad stuff, the way that sugar hits your bloodstream is mitigated by the fiber. And so it has a less likely chance of being stored as fat. Okay. So if you mess up and you're like, I just ate 5 I just raided my kids' Halloween basket and ate 5 candy bars. Instead of saying, oh, I'm not going to eat all day tomorrow, grab a handful of raw almonds, because it helps mitigate the way that sugar hits your bloodstream. It slows it down. It stops those spikes and those crashes. And then just don't beat yourself up about it. Get back on track after that. But starting small, I think, is important, because once you start seeing the difference, that's what motivates you to continue. So then once you add that, then you can think about the week after that. Okay, what can I take out? So it's just these little tiny shifts in lifestyle. So I don't like the word diet. So it's a shift in a lifestyle. And for me, instead of depriving yourself, I always add a good food, and you'll find out you have less room for the bad ones.
That is true. And I think you've raised a really good valid point about our taste buds change, because 2 things have happened to me, you know, over the years. I eat really clean. So my taste buds don't crave the M&Ms. Like back in the day when I was in my 20s, I could live on a bag of peanuts.
Me too. Oh yeah.
But I don't crave that anymore. I mean, once in a while I still do, but I don't want it. For one, I don't crave it. And two, I am now addicted to feeling good. So
Yeah.
I know if I eat something like an M&M or what have you, I'm not going to feel very good. So it is better for me. Obviously, it's better for me to go grab the apple or that healthy food. But I found that my taste buds enjoy it more and I feel better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to stay feeling awesome.
Right. But it takes some time. If your diet is very unhealthy, just give yourself some time. Like, you
Yeah,
didn't get unhealthy overnight.
right.
You're not going to get healthy overnight. So make those changes so that it's something that you can stick with and it becomes part of your lifestyle.
Exactly, exactly. That's great advice. So yesterday I was with my hairstylist Chloe, and I said to her, I showed her your picture, and she's like, "Oh my God, she's beautiful." And I said, "She's 50," and she said, "She's not 50." I go, "Yes, she is." And she's like, "I want to look so amazing." She's 22, 23. So I said to her, because I wanted her perspective from her age group, what is a question you would want me to ask her? And she said, which I thought was a great question, what motivates you to continue working out? Because I think this is really cute. Okay, so Darnell, this is what she said to me. She said, I'm afraid when I'm 50, I'm not going to want to get up in the morning and go work out. And I laughed. I said, girl, you're 52. And she shocked when I said I was 52. But so she wants to know what advice or what solution, what motivates you to keep going, keep working out? Because I know what motivates me, but we want to know what motivates you.
Well, I do think that, I am addicted to feeling good like you are. But in addition, I think that I really do believe that as we age, we need to change the way that we exercise. And so for me, I experiment with a lot of different things, and it's all about gaining knowledge. For me, it's gaining knowledge so that I can share it with you guys. But so I working out is part of like what I do. It's part of the whole anti-aging thing. And we begin to lose muscle mass at the age of 30, between 30 and 35. So even though people think that they're healthy, they're running and they're doing different things, but they're not lifting weights, they're not doing resistance training, and they're not stretching. I always look at it for long term. Like, how is my exercise today going to make me feel better when I'm 90? How am I going to be somebody who doesn't have to use a walker? How am I going to be somebody that is still able to lift my arms up and grab something from a shelf? If I fall, am I going to be able to get up? And so, being flexible is one of those things that prevents injury, and also gaining muscle mass. So we have to do resistance training. We have to get our muscles as strong as possible. Strong is like the new skinny now. So you
Yes.
really want to be as strong as you possibly can, because if you think about that in the long run, that's how you're going to prevent all the surgeries and the injuries and torn rotator cuffs and different things that happen to us as we age.
I totally, completely agree with you. And I'm a huge fan of movement. So for me, I'm the same way. I think about, okay, what is it going to be like at 75? And I see older people walking, they're kind of hunched over, and I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
I say the older I get, the better I want to feel and the better I want to look. And I think you and I are good examples of we can defy this.
Yeah, exactly. You can. You
Yeah.
can. You don't want to age passively. You have to be very active in your aging. You don't want to just wake up one day, not know who's in the mirror, like, who the hell is that person? And just let it passively happen to you. I think you have to be very proactive in your aging. And so for me, exercise is one of those, and exercising correctly. I talk a lot on my website, liveyounglifestyle.com, about how when we get older, we have to change the way we exercise. It's not necessarily good for us to only do spinning classes. That's not our body type. That's great for the 20-year-old, or to do that every once in a while for your heart health. But for your actual health, it's not what we're designed to do at this age.
Yeah, totally agree. And you'll have to talk to one of my doctors, Dr. Christian Barney. He's in Irvine. He's all about functional medicine, chiropractic, but movement therapist. He has a movement therapy program to teach people as we're getting older what the proper stance is and what's
Yeah.
good for that age group. He has, I think she's 75. She couldn't even lift up like a grocery bag, and now she's deadlifting 100 pounds. I mean,
Yeah.
so
We
yeah.
have a choice in this. You know, we do have a choice in how we're going to be able to function when we're 90. We have a choice in that, but it's with the decisions that we're making today. It's how are you living your life every day is what is going to determine what your skin's going to look like, how agile you are, how much energy you have, and what your quality of life is going to be when you're older.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, I agree. So tell us, what are some of the most popular question you get in regards to staying youthful or looking youthful? Because you look amazing.
Oh, thank you. I get a lot of questions about like, what am I putting on my skin? So, it's funny because I'm in the middle of editing. Like as soon as I get done here, I'm working with my editor to edit the video that will launch today on my YouTube channel. That's my nightly routine. So I'll take you through everything. And I kind of cut through the bullshit of, for example, you don't need an expensive face wash because you're washing it off of your face.
Right.
If you're paying for a designer face wash, you are throwing that money literally down the sink.
Right.
Because you just need something basic that washes off. So I get a lot of questions about skincare and what to buy and have I tried this product and do I like this line? And my philosophy is always if that skincare line, if they also make a handbag and eyeshadow, that's not where you should be getting your anti-aging products. They're not putting the money into the technology behind it.
No.
So I'm really, I don't want my subscribers to waste money on fancy packaging and marketing. There are a lot of great products out there that don't cost a lot of money. They're just not marketed the way that the bigger products are. So I do get a lot of questions on skincare because people tend to be, we're all kind of superficial. We tend to like want we want like the quick fix on the outside. And they're not realizing that it also is I wrote a blog called Eat Your Way to Better Skin. So it's also what you're putting on the inside that helps the outside look great. So, but that is the question, is like, what can I get immediately that I can put on my face that's going to make my skin like yours? And
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
See people asking, even my hairdresser, she's like, what is she doing to make her skin look like that? I said, I don't know, you have to watch her interview. But definitely everyone needs to tune in to watch your YouTube and your blog. So tell us, who inspires you, who keeps you going? And
there are so many people that inspire me, partly because like you see these Instagram videos and there are these mothers who are like doing push-ups and they've got like a baby sitting on their back. Like those people, it's like, if they can do it while they're raising kids, because we know how hectic that is. And we always tend to, when we're in those years, we tend to focus on everybody else and taking care of everybody else, and we forget to put our own oxygen mask on, and we forget to do our push-ups. But those women that are in those years where I know like their life is crazy, because I've been there, and they're still sharing their workouts with other people, that really motivates me to keep going. And then people that I feel have really owned their age, are not afraid to tell other people what they've done and look fantastic. Like Jane Fonda is 80 years old. And every time I see her on TV or at the Academy Awards or whatever, I'm just blown away, because she's got the figure of somebody who's better than some 50-year-olds, like 40, 30. She still has that figure. She tells you she's had numerous facelifts. It's really well done work, though. She hasn't gone crazy and gone overboard. She's had them at the right time in her life, and she's shared that with everybody. So I think a lot of the problems that I have with some of the celebrities that get work done or do certain things, they're not telling people about it, which everybody has their right to their privacy, but then they're going on late night infomercials and selling creams.
Oh yeah.
That is like, that cream is not why you look like that. And because I interview a lot of doctors and a lot of plastic surgeons,
right.
I kind of know who's had work done. And so that thing kind of bothers me. So the one thing I do love about Jane Fonda is she's 80 years old. She looks like she's 60. So she looks 20 years younger than her actual age.
Yes.
She still seems like she's agile. So that is like, okay, I got this. I can see where how I'm gonna feel, how I'm gonna look, what my mindset's gonna be when I'm 80. Like there's,
I love that. Yeah, Jane Fonda is a great example because she is very honest about everything.
yeah,
And I've always teased. I saw her years ago on an Oprah interview, and she talked about a facelift. And ever since that day, I've always said, when it's my time to get a facelift, I'm calling Jane Fonda because I want to know who did her work because it's amazing.
yeah. Yeah, it is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing. I did interview, just speaking of that kind of stuff, I did interview somebody that is a plastic surgeon concierge kind of person.
Okay.
And this is, if any of your viewers out there, if they're at the age where they're thinking about having any work done, I strongly suggest, because there's so many doctors out there, that spend a little extra money and hire somebody that is in touch with all of the doctors and can bring you to appointments, and you can make an informed decision. Don't go get work done in Mexico. Don't please, you're going to end up on botched. Like, just, you got to be smart about it, and you got to do the research. And if you don't have time or the wherewithal to do that, find somebody that will. And so she was one of, her name is Linda Behrens, and she was one of the interviews that's on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in anything like that, I really try to help people steer them in the right direction, no matter what the questions are. But so anyways, that if you're an advocate, or somebody, one of your viewers is, and is thinking about doing some sort of, going under the knife, do it in an educated way, or find somebody that knows. So
No, that's good advice. Very good advice. So tell us, because I know we got to close here in a moment, tell us how people can reach out to you, get a hold of you, follow you, everything.
So the YouTube channel is Live Young Lifestyle. The website is liveyounglifestyle.com. All my contact stuff is on that website. So you'll see like a little icon of the little mail. Shoot me an email. I respond to every question. If you leave a comment on my YouTube channel, I respond to even the nasty ones. Yeah. And there are some nasty people out there. But I respond even to the nasty ones in a very nice way. But yes, so I am very much in touch with people that subscribe to me. I will help out anybody who needs it. So those are the two, liveyounglifestyle.com and also the YouTube channel. Those are my main things. And then on my website, you'll see the little icons for Instagram and Facebook and like all of that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's perfect. So I've been leaving everyone, after all of the influencers I've been talking to, kind of a little bit of a challenge.
Okay.
So I want to create a little bit of a challenge for our people that are watching so they can reach out to us. And so I'm trying to think if it should be something to the effect of what would be one thing that they are going to implement today, whether they get up and go work out, whether they start getting rid of all the fancy creams, or they start watching your blog and your YouTube.
Oh, if they subscribe to what about if they subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Because all of that, you'd be surprised. I mean, I have 60 something videos, and I go over everything from skincare to microneedling to lasers, talking to certain doctors. There's healthy recipes. So even I always try to surround myself with people that I feel like are on a journey for health. That's why I follow the Instagram people that are doing push-ups with a baby, because that inspires me. So you will learn a lot from the YouTube channel. That is my way of educating people and making them a little bit more healthy. But also too, if every day for this week they just added one thing health related that they didn't normally do. Okay. So try that yoga class you've never tried. Eat that apple at night instead of going for the popcorn. Do just one thing a day, and then check it off. Okay, I haven't done this before. Check, and see if that kind of perpetuates you for more change.
That's perfect. I love that. So the challenge to everyone is to go subscribe to her YouTube, and also try something new, and then let us know what you're doing. whether it's trying an apple every day or getting to the gym, whatever it might be, we definitely want to hear from you. So,
Absolutely. I also want to extend something though to your viewers. Like if you go on my website, liveyounglifestyle.com, and you click on the shop and you want to try these vitamins, they're $99. It's a 2-month supply though. That's like less than $2 a day. It's $1.67 a day that you'll be spending on your health. And if in the message little section you put hashtag elevate your style, I will, and your t-shirt size, I'll throw in either a t-shirt or an exercise band, and of your choice. So you can either choose a t-shirt or the exercise band, because we all need to be doing resistance training. And I always throw that exercise band in my suitcase, like, so I never have an excuse not to like do some sort of resistance training wherever I am. But if you did that, if you did hashtag elevate your style in the message, I will throw in those little extra goodies for you.
Wow, thank you so much. That's sweet. Okay, so I've got to do that because I love your shorts that you have, and I love all of that. One, so I'll be doing that. So thank you so much, Darnell. I so appreciate your time, and you were a wealth of information. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. This has been fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you to all of our amazing viewers that are watching. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Darnell or to myself at jenniferschultzstyle.com. And go out and really make today just $1 million day. Make it a healthy day. And we wish you lots of success. So God bless. Bye-bye.